Hello everybody, welcome to Tarot and Star. I am your host, Melody. I will be discussing another missing persons case today. We'll be doing a ghost box reading on that for Jodi Sue Huisentruit. Jodi went missing on the early morning hours of June 27th, 1995. She was a news anchor, and she was telling a colleague of hers that she overslept, she was running late to work, and she never showed up. So they sent somebody to find out what happened to her, and they see that there was a struggle outside of her apartment, and they believe that she was abducted, but there's never any clues that have ever been uncovered in the disappearance of her. She was legally declared dead in 2001. She was 27 years old when she went missing. And she was a news anchor for KIMT in Mason City, Iowa. It's very sad. You know, imagine she could have been an anchor for many years of her life, right? Who knows what happened to her? When I look at Jodi, I see quite an innocent person here. I see somebody that's innocent, but I see somebody that's determined, and I see somebody that is, what I pick up on her is somebody that is headstrong. You know, she has a good head on her shoulders. She, I believe that she loved what she did with the news, and I believe that she wanted to get somewhere in life. She wanted to continue to move up in the ranks. I see that with her. I see somebody that's very, she's very comfortable in what she's doing and liked by friends and family. I do see that in her when I look at her. I feel when I look at her picture, I pick up, before I start this ghost box, I pick up that it was somebody that I believe may have known her. And it could have been out of jealousy or rage. I'm getting anger. I'm getting somebody, like an energy of anger. I don't know if it's like rage or flying off the handle or something. But I get an energy of anger, somebody that's telling her to kind of go with them or something, like they're demanding. Now, that's as much as I'll probably say, because I don't want to get into it too much. We're going to get into the ghost box, and we'll see what we pick up for Jodi. I feel for her. I feel for her family. I can't believe she's been missing for so long and there's been no clues. I pick up a lot more, but I'm just not going to say it here. I'm going to let the ghost box speak for itself. But, her picture kind of stood out at me. It's kind of like I felt as though she wants the story to be heard or seen, or her spirit guides want the story to be put out there, I guess you could say. So we're going to get into it. We're going to say a quick prayer to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, please protect us as I conduct these readings. Please protect me and my viewers from negative forces, negative entities, demonic beings, demonic energies that may try to come through this reading as I'm conducting this reading, and they may try to attach themselves or attack us. Please protect us from such things and shield us in white light as I conduct this reading on Jodi Sue Huisentruit. Thank you so much, Archangel Michael. Thank you for protecting us and shielding us from such evil in the world, as well as negative beings and forces. Thank you for shielding us from such things. Amen. And I say these prayers because there's things that you guys would not believe. There are things out there that are quite frightening and scary. So I don't post those on my channel, but there are things out there, and I screen all of my ghost boxes before I put them out. I want to make sure that I don't, hear these type of things on the ghost boxes. We try to keep everything safe on this show. And usually it doesn't come through with missing persons. A lot of times these can come through with historical events or past people in secret societies, or people that disappeared under mysterious circumstances that would be, perhaps military related or something like that. Those are things that I don't post, to keep us safe and to make this channel as clear as possible from those things, and just, we report on the missing and historical events that are not going to have evil undertones to them, hopefully. Sometimes I will post things of historical events where you will hear spirits that say that the person was evil, or they reenact it and reenact what they did. But that's not as bad as some other ones that I've heard personally that I've done that I've not posted on this channel, in which they are completely demonic. And those are things that I will not post for you guys to keep it safe. So, without further ado, let's get into the ghost box of Jodi Sue Huisentruit. Now let me concentrate. Let me look at her photo. Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. She was 27 years old. Please tell us what happened to Jodi when she left her house, please. Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Was Jodi kidnapped in front of her apartment by somebody that she knew, please?
Going up.
Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit, or Jodi Sue Huisentruit if you're no longer with us, that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Jodi, if you are no longer with us, did the person that took you, did you know them, Jodi? Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. When Jodi was leaving her apartment, there was a struggle. Who was that struggle with? Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. What is the motive? If somebody took Jodi, what would be the motive that they took Jodi, please?
Yeah, good.
Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Is Jodi still with us today, please? I think I heard on that we're going to edit it, but I think I heard died. Okay. Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Can you tell us if Jodi was murdered, how was she murdered? Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Can you tell us if Jodi is no longer with us, where can we find her physical remains, please? Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Did Jodi know her attacker, or did she ever come across this person? Were they casing her? Were they stalking her? Spirit guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that went missing on June 27th, 1995 from Mason City, Iowa. Does Jodi have any last messages for her family or friends, or even the people that she worked with, or authorities?
releasing a
Thank you for coming through, Spirit Guides of Jodi Sue Huisentruit. If you came through and spoke on Ghostbox today. And Jodi Sue Huisentruit, if you came through and you're no longer with us, thank you for coming through. And any spirits that spoke on behalf of Jodi Sue Huisentruit that wanted to provide us some clues, thank you for coming through if you came through to speak on Ghostbox. We appreciate it with all of you, and we are ending the session and saying goodbye now. Goodbye, we are ending the session. Goodbye. And for those of you still listening to Tarot and the Star, as I look at her photo, actually, it's like I'm getting the energy, like somebody was watching her or something. This may not have even been somebody she knew. This might have been somebody that was watching her, that came up and tried to do something to her while she was leaving her house. It's really weird. I'm getting like a lot of energies right now. I'm getting like energies of people, like a person that she knows. But I don't think it's that energy now that I really look at this. I feel that it might be somebody that was actually perhaps watching her for a bit. And it's like, what do I want to say? Basically just an opportunity presented itself to this person. Now, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Ghostbox. I have to edit this, and then I'll put the clues on so you guys could see, you know. But that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm getting like, you know, it was just kind of like she was leaving her house, and then all of a sudden this thing happened. And that happens sometimes. You know, when you're walking down the street or you're leaving your house, I mean, you have to be very aware nowadays of your surroundings. You know, people can come up that you would not even notice, you know. And I think in her situation, I mean, it's early hours. She's leaving to work like 4 or 5 a.m. or something to go do the news. And it just happened to be bad timing is what I'm getting. It's like somebody having the opportunity is what I'm getting. Like, I just, you know, I hope that we can find out some clues from this and find out what happened to Jodi. She was a news anchor, you know, and she was 27 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her doing the news and, you know, even working her way up, you know, doing the news. I mean, it's just, it's horrible to know that she's missing. I find her energy to be quite strong. As I'm doing this recording and I'm holding my machines and I feel like a pull of energy on the machine, literally. So I know that it's, you know, her energy is very strong. She was a very determined person, somebody that was going to move up, you know, and make a name for herself. So it really pains me when something like this happens. It pains me because I see it with, you know, when I look at people's faces and their eyes. The eyes are the window to the soul. And as you look at their eyes, you can pick up on the energy. You know, if you're good at it, you can pick up on the energy from them. Also, if they allow you to pick up on the energy. But with her, I feel that. I feel a strong person and determined and kind and caring. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this ghost box, and we'll see what kind of clues we get. Thank you all for joining me with Tarot to the Star.